To the Golden State Warriors News Today channel. Take the opportunity to leave that like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go to today's news.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to leave home in search of a fresh start, only to realize you might have made a mistake? Well, that's exactly how Klay Thompson might be feeling right now. Here at Warriors News Fan Update, we bring you a full analysis of this unexpected situation. What went wrong for Klay with the Mavericks? And does a return to the Warriors make sense? The dream that turned into a nightmare. When Klay Thompson decided to leave the Golden State Warriors to join the Dallas Mavericks, the expectations were sky high. Teaming up with Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving seemed like a recipe for success, a trio that could take Dallas back to the NBA Finals. But basketball doesn't always follow the expected script. What seemed like a promising new chapter quickly turned into frustration. The first major blow came with a shocking twist. Luka Doncic was traded in an unexpected decision by the Mavs front office. Without their main star, Dallas lost its identity and spiraled into a whirlwind of problems. Injuries to Anthony Davis, Daniel Gafford, and Derek Lively, plus Kyrie Irving's absence in crucial moments. From a title contender, the Mavericks are now desperately fighting just to secure a play-in spot. For Klay, this experience has been a true reality check. His father, Michael Thompson, revealed in an interview that the situation Klay encountered is far from what he imagined. The promise of contending for championships has turned into a daily struggle to keep Dallas competitive. Is Klay's future in Dallas at risk? Amid this chaos, rumors of dissatisfaction are emerging. Sources close to the player indicate that Klay Thompson is frustrated with the Mavericks situation and may seek an exit before the season ends. The problem? His contract is not the easiest to move. And what if Dallas decides to enter a rebuilding phase? That would mean no one on the roster is safe, not Klay, not head coach Jason Kidd. But could a return to the Warriors be viable? Golden State Warriors. What comes next? While Klay faces turmoil in Dallas, the Warriors are also dealing with challenges. Defense remains a concern, and the front office is already evaluating potential reinforcements. Among the rumored names, one is gaining traction, Precious Achiuwa from the New York Knicks. A physical and explosive defender, Achiuwa could be the missing piece to strengthen rim protection. There are even rumors that the Warriors might attempt a bigger package deal to acquire Mitchell Robinson, one of the league's best rim protectors. But such a move would require sacrifices, including Tracy Jackson-Davis, one of the team's most promising young players. Would that be too high of a price to pay? And what about Klay? Would his return to the Bay Area still make sense? The Warriors are increasingly focused on developing young talents like Moses Moody and Brandon Podziemski, and Klay's role in the current roster wouldn't be the same as before. What now, Warriors fans? Klay Thompson's fate remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the Golden State Warriors need to make important decisions before the end of the season. Now, I want to hear from you. Small Blue Diamond, should the Warriors pursue a defensive reinforcement like Achiuwa or Robinson? Small Blue Diamond, is a return for Klay realistic and worthwhile? Small Blue Diamond, or is the best path to continue betting on young talent? Leave your comment and subscribe to Warriors News Fan Update so you don't miss any news about the team. Oh, and if you want to know more about the NBA trade market behind the scenes, check out our next video. You won't want to miss this discussion. The Golden State Warriors are at a crucial moment. This season has been marked by ups and downs, and while Stephen Curry continues to carry the team, it's evident that defense remains a weak point. The lack of defensive consistency has cost the team important wins, and if they want to truly compete in the playoffs, reinforcing the paint must be a priority. The front office knows this and is already evaluating strategic moves in the market. Two names are gaining traction behind the scenes: Precious Achiuwa and Mitchell Robinson. Achiuwa is a physical and versatile player with a defensive mindset similar to Draymond Green. Meanwhile, Robinson is an elite rim protector, exactly the type of center the Warriors have been searching for. But these changes come at a price. Tracy Jackson-Davis has shown promise, and sacrificing him in a trade wouldn't be an easy decision. The question for fans to consider is it worth betting on the present and bringing in experienced reinforcement, or should the team continue developing young talent? Meanwhile, Klay Thompson's future remains uncertain. With his frustration in Dallas becoming more evident, could an unexpected return to the Warriors be in the cards? What does Klay Thompson represent for the Warriors? You can't talk about the recent history of the Golden State Warriors without mentioning Klay Thompson. He was a key piece of the dynasty's championships, one of the greatest shooters in NBA history, and an elite defender in his prime. But times have changed. The Warriors are evolving and focusing on the future. Players like Brandon Podziemski and Moses Moody are stepping up, and a possible return for Klay wouldn't be in the same role as before. The big question is, would Klay accept a secondary role? He can still contribute with perimeter shooting and experience, but his technical and financial fit would need to be carefully planned. Additionally, would the Warriors' front office be willing to invest in a player who is no longer at his peak? The team needs to fix its defense while balancing the budget to remain competitive. A Klay Thompson return to the Warriors would be an emotional story, but does it make sense for the team? What's next for the Warriors? The Golden State Warriors face major decisions. Strengthen the defense or trust young talent. Attempt an unexpected Klay reunion or move forward with a new core. The season is entering a decisive phase, and the choices made in the coming weeks could determine whether the Warriors have one last shot at contending with this core or if it's time for a larger rebuild. Now, I want to hear from you. Small Blue Diamond, should the Warriors invest in Precious Achiuwa or Mitchell Robinson to improve the defense? Small Blue Diamond, would bringing Klay Thompson back be a smart move or a step backward? Small Blue Diamond, or should the team trust its young players and prepare for the future? Leave your comment and join the discussion. And if you want to stay updated on all Warriors news, don't forget to subscribe to Warriors News Fan Update and turn on notifications. Oh, and there's more. If you want to know what the Warriors' next moves in the trade market will be, click on the video next to this one. You don't want to miss this analysis. My opinion as a Warriors fan. As a Warriors fan, this situation makes me reflect on what we really want for the team's future. Seeing Klay Thompson struggling in Dallas is tough, especially for those who followed his journey and everything he achieved in the Bay Area. But realistically, Klay's chapter with the Warriors seems to have come to an end. Of course, the idea of a nostalgic return pulls at the fans' hearts. Who would want to see the Splash Brother back alongside Curry for one last title run? But today's NBA demands more than just great stories. The Warriors need to look ahead. The truth is that the team is already going through a natural transition. Moses Moody and Brandon Podziemski are developing. Jonathan Kuminga is becoming more reliable, and Tracy Jackson-Davis is showing real potential. Bringing Klay back now could slow this process and limit the young players' growth. As for the defense, it's undeniable that the team needs more rim protection and physical presence in the paint. But is trading Tracy Jackson-Davis for Precious Achiuwa or Mitchell Robinson the right move? In my opinion, heavy checkmark, Klay Thompson is a Warriors legend, but his time in the Bay Area has passed. If he wants to return in the future, he'd need to accept a different role, something I'm not sure he'd be willing to do. Heavy checkmark, if the Warriors make a trade, they need a true difference maker on defense. Mitchell Robinson would be a great addition, but losing a young player like Tracy Jackson-Davis might be too steep a price. Heavy checkmark, the front office needs to decide whether to compete now or prepare for the future. Right now, the team is in a dangerous middle ground, not a title contender, but also not rebuilding. Now, I turn this discussion over to you. What do you think about this situation?